What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming at you with another edition of Pregame Sauce. Got a good one tonight, as we usually do in the Big Ten, because there's great games in the Big Ten every night when they're playing. Tonight is no exception. We got Wisconsin at Maryland, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Big Ten Network. This is a rematch of an earlier matchup where Maryland came on the road in Madison and beat the Badgers in impressive fashion. What's up, Greg Boysaw? Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. So this is a rematch, and Maryland played probably one of their best games of the season in the first matchup in Madison. They were really aggressive, and Greg Gard told us they were 12 of 16 in the paint. So Maryland, the Terrapins lived in the paint in that first matchup. They played very well down the stretch. The Terrapins coming into that first matchup had lost the previous game on the road to Purdue. They played better. They just didn't win. Tina Strong, how you doing? Good to see you. So the key player to watch for Wisconsin is Nate Reavers. Nate Reavers is a veteran post player, but it was in a little bit of a funk and got removed from the starting lineup. He played a little bit better in their last game at Ohio versus Ohio State that Wisconsin lost at home. So he's starting individually to come out of his funk a little bit. But Nate Reavers is the key. 6'11", big, but he can face up. He can put it on the deck. He's good in the post. He's a pretty good defender. He kind of been in a funk, but he's starting to come out of it. And when Nate Reavers is really on top of his game, it opens up a plethora of options for the Badgers because he's so good at distributing. He's good at scoring. He can put it on the deck and create and get on the offensive glass. He does a lot of different things. So the key player for Wisconsin, Nate Reavers. Key player for Maryland is always Daryl Morcell, in my opinion, for this version of the Maryland Terrapins, because Morcell has to do a lot of different things. He'll be the backup point guard. He's the team's best defender. He's one of the best rebounders on the team. And when he gets going offensively, the Terrapins are tough, man, because you got to pick your poison. Aaron Wiggins, Eric Ayala, who they've been moving off the point guard a little bit with the use of Hakeem Hart. So you got Ayala, Wiggins, Morcell on the floor. You got to pick your poison. So key player for Maryland, in my opinion, is Daryl Morcell. Jay Hood, what's good, brother? Good to see you. Badgers key, limit dribble penetration. I shared that stat with you from Greg Gard. 12 of 16 field goal attempts in the second half were in the paint. No, 16 attempts in the paint. They were 12 of 16, so they had a bunch of layups. Did the Terrapins against the Badgers in the first matchup. The Badgers definitely want to cut down on dribble penetration, but it's tough with a team like Maryland because they're one of the smaller teams in the Big Ten Conference. They don't have a traditional post player like the majority of teams in the Big Ten do. Galen Smith is their biggest guy in the post at 6'8". They do have Shoal Mario at 7'3", but he doesn't play a lot yet. He's still trying to get his body right, still trying to get strong enough and have enough stamina to go for a duration in the game. So the Badgers need to cut down on dribble penetration because the Terrapins can put 5 players on the floor at one time that can penetrate, can shoot, and it makes it very difficult to defend. So the Badgers limit penetration. That's their key. And for the Terrapins just have to hit shots. Mark Turgeon told us that they have a much smaller margin of error this year than they have in years past. He referenced last year they could play a bad game, but they could still win by 2 or 4 points. They play a bad game this year. They don't have the talent and the depth to overcome a slow start or a poor shooting game. So the Terrapins have got to be solid on the offensive end. If you want to join the tribe, y'all, text 312-847-2739. That's the tribe is the insiders group for Bardo's Breakdown. You can also go to Bardo's Breakdown group on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and share this content for other basketball fans that you guys think would enjoy this because you're not going to get in-depth breakdowns like this online, not before a game. It just doesn't happen. So this is the only place, if you're looking for Big Ten basketball insider information, college basketball insider information, and then Bardo's Breakdown, we do a NBA show once a week, and we go hard and heavy on the NBA outside of the college basketball season. If you guys want any of that, consider joining the tribe or go to Bardo's Breakdown, facebook.com/Bardo with an BARDOS breakdown. So, yeah, let me see. I got Damian Price. Dante needs to play a big game tonight. He's referring to Dante Scott. Dante has played the 4 position, 6'7". He started out the season on fire. He's had his ups and downs like almost every player in this season, this pandemic situation. Kenny Williams was good, brother. Good to see you. So Dante Scott needs a big game, no doubt. The Philly kids are a problem in Ayala. Dante Scott, Hakeem Hart, Philly guys on the Maryland program. If they get hot, they can be a problem because Philly kids are typically tough, and these guys are no exception. Let's see. Jeff Jarvis says inside info needed on Kentucky. For what? They're just young, Jeff. They're not as good as their opponents. It's just one of those aberrations, one of those years where Duke and Kentucky, can't say North Carolina anymore. I think they've won 5 of the last 6. They're starting to right the ship. But Duke won last night to snap a 3-game losing streak. And Kentucky, I think they dropped a close one. It was either last night or the night before. So it's just one of those years, Jeff, where Kentucky just doesn't have the talent to compete at a high level like their people think. Bars Breakdown, best show out there. Thank you, Carol. Not Dante Scott. He's Mr. Do-It-All. So who are you talking about, Damien? If you're not talking about Dante Scott, because that's the only Dante I know that's playing. And you referenced the Philly kids. Dante's one of them. So I guess that's who you're talking about. But so yeah, that'll do it because I don't have a whole lot of questions here today. But Wisconsin and Maryland, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, Big Ten Network coming up here in about a little bit more than 2 hours. So I hope you guys tune in. Hope you guys are having a great week. Stay warm. It's a little chilly in Chicago after our little snowstorm. We're supposed to get a lot more. We did not get a lot of snow, but it's a little chilly, like it's supposed to be in late January in Chicago. So stay warm, stay healthy, you all. And I hope you guys tune into the broadcast. Talk to you guys later. Peace, y'all.